Question number 3 is probably my favorite one on the project. It's simple, it's clean, and it's actually a lot of fun. You can kind of sleuth around. It's alright, I've seen some boring ones, I'd say. But let's try to maybe find some fun ones and think about what we could do. So we have to pick 2 categorical variables that have at least 10 observations per level. We can also check this when we do it, and I'll show you how. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to, and this is not how you'll be doing it, but I'm going to sleuth around the data a little bit. I'm going to go to Modeling and Partition, and I want to find maybe, let's think about it, what makes someone join a fraternity or sorority? So with this in mind, let's grab some other variables that meet the criterion. If you notice, I am selecting variables that are red. That's the ones we will use. Maybe it's how often people change their sheets. Selecting multiple variables here and putting them in to sleuth around in the data. I want to remind you right now that this is not the proper way to do it. I'm doing a little sleuthing before I pick mine. Also, don't try to pick the one I pick. Please don't do that. Okay, let me remove that next present one. That one can get a little wonky. But what I'm doing here is the data mining tool that I've showed you a few times in class. Right here, we have all the people in fraternities and sororities and not in fraternities and sororities. It's everybody. Also, this is kind of a review of decision trees, which you will be seeing or have seen. We can go ahead and color the points to let us kind of see where they're at. The blue are the service, music, business, and other people. The yes are the primarily social. Now, what makes someone join a fraternity and sorority? Turns out, wow, holy mackerel, it's jorts. Oh, God. I love this question. I love it. So let's do this. Jorts is what makes people join a fraternity and sorority. Kind of. Let's go ahead and go to Analyze. I don't want to see many jorts in fraternities and sororities. Don't. I'm going to get a little testy. I don't think many people would have guessed this. Can fraternity and sorority, let's say, can jorts predict if someone's in a fraternity and sorority? What question was jorts? You guys are probably screaming it. There it is. Wow. That's insane. I never would have guessed this. That's ridiculous. We need to remove some stuff right here. Gosh, that was pure luck. Jorts. Funniest of all. And if you're in if you own jorts, look at this. If you own jorts, at least it's more likely that you will be in a social, I don't know, I don't get it, I don't know why. Maybe people in fraternities and sororities will explain this to me, why jorts. Just talk to your friends in fraternities and sororities, ask them if they have jorts. It's kind of there's about a 50% chance that someone will be in some sort of fraternity sorority if they have jorts. And if they don't have jorts, there's only like a 20% chance. Very, very interesting. But let's check to see if we met the requirement of 10. The requirement of 10 is down here. That meets it, that meets it, that meets it, that meets it, that meets it. As I hover over all of them, watch. These are the ones we're looking at. Not in here. We're looking at the univariate. As in, there are 299 people not in a fraternity sorority, 137 who are in, and I believe this is the yes social, and this is the yes music, service, business, other. We have a few things to notice here. This relationship is significant for 2 reasons. One, we have the blocks being very uneven. Visual inspection is good. But better yet, we have a p-value. The null for this is that there is no relationship between the 2 variables. The alternative is there is a relationship. We're definitely going to reject the null here that there's no relationship. This is extremely strong evidence. This is, wow, who would have thought? I love statistics. Anyways, remember, we actually want this output where we only have count in there. We want this output right here. You'll need to take a picture of this using snipping tool or Command-Shift-4. Make sure you accurately describe it. We're just looking for you to say why you think there's a relationship. Don't do the jorts. Oh, I better not see some project with jorts. I'll mention that to my graders. Unless you've already done the jorts one, tis, tis, tis. One last thing before you finish right now. If you did color any of these things, go to Clear Row States. Make sure you always have the 463 and nothing excluded or hidden multiple points. Make sure you're using the 463. Good luck.